If there's any difficulties with the connection, please just say so or chat about it. Welcome to a new series I will be doing on MMORPG Tycoon 2. So this will be a little session. I don't know how many episodes this will end up being, but for now, I guess it is just kind of for chill. I don't know exactly which combat type I want to do. I believe I might just do story based, but I will probably do casual, most likely. Casual, mainly because we'll start with the Sylvan pack. Though I suppose elegant, arid, fearless. I mean, probably do the elegant one first. Roleplay, decent socializers, 2 achievers, 2 killers, 5 explorers, 3 classes, 4 monsters. Seems easy to me. Go ahead and gotta change something real quick. On the streaming side. Control C. Well, excellent. Alright, I am all good to go. Alright, so for our points, I believe we might... I don't know how much I want to do the killers too much, because they have to balance with PvP and all that. I think here I'm going to put these 4 into achievers. Well, actually 5... I'll do 6 into explorers, achievers, socializer. Don't care too much about the killers, so we'll do that. I am going to do a full map, just in case I want to continuously expand it going forward. So we'll just do a full map here. River. I guess we'll have it on. I mean, I can always remove it later on if need be. Gradient top, multi-texts. Could do that. Gradient bottom. Little highlight of red. Embossing. Yeah, the white highlight does look good. I actually am. I'm good with that. I think that looks good. Custom rules. I mean, I am rusty, so I would probably put on tutorials, but I assume I can just do all of that later. I don't want to have everything unlocked. Okay, there we go. So we're going to be getting 3 player classes to start, 4 monster types, 3 NPC types. I am going to do the player classes a little differently than I did last time in the last series. Because I am kind of feeling like having 3 different starting zones. I guess I should start building my starting zone so I can get a good visual representation. But for now, I'm just going to lower everything can get lowered for now. Because that way in the future, if we want to expand, we can basically use flight paths or portals, and we can expand off of our initial region into another region over here. Like, kind of like World of Warcraft. Kind of make it, you know, 2 different islands, but we just need to focus on 1 island for now. Okay. So I kind of want a central region per se, and I want this to be kind of triangle-y-esque, I would think, if I can manage that. But I don't want it to look like a box. I think too much is going on here, too much. Triangle-esque. Let's actually potentially bring that in a little bit. Maybe bring this back, or that can be kind of because this could be our we need a central point. This could be the central point, or this could be the central point. I can't go down much farther though. Let me bring that back, add this here, give a point there potentially. Because we could have 1 starting zone up here. Yeah, you're right. It probably would be a little too much computing power, but I mean, so like if we wanted to, this is not as much room as I thought I had. So we'll actually shrink this a lot. But we could basically do, for flight paths, like an island, and then the other body. So that way the flight paths will reach to the new zone over here. But I don't know how their pathing is going to be, or if the game would be able to handle that, per se. Potentially shrink that back. Because this could actually be a starting zone here. And then a point here. Starting, potentially. Maybe shrink this down here. And then this right here could be our central location, I'm thinking. So that way we keep it small to begin with, and then we can expand on from here, kind of. So, so we'd have 3 different starting locations. Or 3 different factions in mind, really, because later on they're doing the faction update, so I'm trying to give this the ability to be built up, essentially. So I'm thinking, so for my 3 factions, I'm going to probably have humans down here, probably the Dryad, like, Fairy Forest up here for the other starting class, and then down here would probably be the Dark Elves, I'm assuming. Looking at buildings or pathing to start, we have the basic civilized, elegant stuff, small ends. I'm thinking we start with the humans to go. So I'll go ahead and start us off with the humans. So I guess we will start building our initial zone. This will be like a little tutorial island for our little dudes. Grid. select it. It's called Song Winter. That's actually a... I think I'm going to keep it as Song Winter for now. Users logged in 0. Contents, terrain, field, mountain, pine forest. Mushroom Grove will probably swap. Because we have field, pine forest, which I think is cool. We can have the... Yeah, we can have them be the pine forest. Sure. I guess we'll just do chasm for the other one. Color tinting. How to do this? Because we could do light blue, maybe? Have it be kind of misty, I guess? That's the region tint. I guess keep that at orange, sure. And then the sky tint is what you want to change, I guess? Have it be kind of a light mist, I assume? Sure. Effects. I definitely think I want it to be... Do I want it to be snowy? I don't think I want it to be too snowy. We can add in the fireflies, probably. Yeah, we'll just do the fireflies for now. And we'll consider that good. Awesome. So we will have to start, I guess, building our initial town. So the tools are a little bit limited for how I was wanting to do this, because I believe the NPCs cannot path on like mountain terrain. I was kind of wanting to build a citadel in the mountain, but we are going to have to get a little creative with that eventually, and perhaps just make that a background piece, I am assuming. For now, I'm just going to make this all field. So, I mean, looking at this, we will probably... I'm thinking about having this actually be level 3 zone. Probably have... Well, our central zone's here. So, this guy's going to be coming in from here over through here. So maybe level 1, 2, 3. Around here, it'd probably be level 5 zone. So we could have level 1, 2... probably 2, 3 maybe. Just go 1, 2 to 3, then 4, and then have both of these factions kind of conjoin here for level 5 zone, and then have this jut out to here for level 6, 7 potentially. But if we start over here, we have 1, 2, probably 3, 4, 5. This could be a 6 to 7, potentially. Because eventually they all have to conjoin here, eventually. Because that would be... I could always actually shrink that. So then that's 1, 2... So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 4 into 5. And this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5. That could be a level 6 zone. I think this would be a better level 6 zone, though. Because I could raise that one. Keep this one raised. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Level 5. 1, 2, 3. Probably... Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Level 4, 5. So we could have the dryads and the fairies, like, you know, mixed with the human and dragons down here. Here at level 5, this could also be a level 5 zone. So this would be 2 mixies right here. And then, so that could be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 and 4. So then they'll then split off here. We'd have this be risen here. And we could have them conjoin here as well. So there'd be 3 different places for the factions to kind of intermingle and conjoin. I think I'll just go with that for now and start building, I suppose. I guess. Probably just delete all of that. Delete it all. Get out of here. Get out of here. Delete. Okay, so Pine Forest, Mushroom Grove Mountain. So I kind of want this area to be kind of mountainous. We always do fake mountains too, I guess. Because we could do like a kind of like that, a small pass here, maybe, or actually we could do right here a pass. Bring this up so that way we can have a little quest back here. Shut that off too. They can't cross that. So we can have a little basin here for a quest. There we go. That could be a little quest area. Starting point here, quest here. They go through the mountain ridge here into a pine forest. We'll make this a pine forest. Awesome. And then a little field over here. I do want to be kind of mountainous, so I will add in a mountain there. A little, yeah, because we can always do artificial mountains as well through here if we wish. And I think that is good for the region for now. We just got to start building. So for scenery, we have 95,000 to build a starting location. Respawn points, starting points. Okay, warlike, elegant. I'll probably do the elegant scenery-esque up here. So I'm gonna actually put the graveyard over here because I'm planning on this probably being our little first combat zone up here for our starting quests, and then we'll send them off into the forest, into whatever questing is going on up there. Could have a dungeon tucked in here on the backside eventually, going into the mountain. We could actually have, yeah, mining districts up here potentially, or actually, this is our mining district up here. This is our mining district, right? Our mining district has been taken over, and we need to send them in there to take back our mining operations. I think that will be what we end up doing. Ends, scenery building, modular building. There we go. Okay. This is simple. Like structures. Paths. Jesus grid. What kind of structures we have here? Starting points, respawn points. Scenery buildings. We have just that stuff. Because I definitely want this to be like a mining entrance. So for now, I suppose. This is a new building tool. What? Insert. Oh my gosh. Yeah, full disclosure. The last time I played this was like before the dungeon updates. So I have not played this game like since before the dungeon updates have come out. So I am not familiar with any of the new tools going on at all. Probably a little bit of this, because this is just supposed to be like a big old mining entrance. This could actually be our first dungeon right here, probably, I would say. A little something like that. Probably get some rocks. good old rocks going. Probably use the flat ones. Don't align to surface. I cannot see how that's being placed. Alright, align to surface down here. Cool. Now stop aligning to surface. Perfect. Okay. And we can kind of just bring an artificial kind of wall up along our mining entrance here. Not perfect by any means, but that will help us get started with the roughing. There's that. Now we can align these to surface, just for some texturing. Probably get one of these to kind of just go up along the wall a little bit. Like so. Another little jut up here. Just to kind of break up the look, because we don't want it to be too samey. So right here, we'll just kind of go a little jut down here. Kind of give it some pizzazz. Probably do a little once over with small rocks, just to signify like some boulders around the place. Actually, since it's probably put some boulders on our little mining outpost here, like they're mining the rocks, and that's like the little ores. Wonder how this would look. We make it super small. We might be able to put this in here to make it look like ore rock, actually. Oh, the mic volume is extremely low. I will turn that up a little more. Let me know if if the mic volume is a little too high. Let me know if that's better. I will do my best to try and look at chat. Precise move. Translate on axis. Ore rocks. There we go. Trans rotate there. Shrink those into the rocks a little bit. So yeah, my plan of this save is to kind of just chillax, make a fun little exciting thing. But I do want to try my best to prepare for 2 more days of work. Monday's holiday. Properly. Everything's just fine. I'll turn it back down a little bit. See if that helps. Awesome. So we got some little ore rocks going. Actually, I think if I just delete these rocks, if I just make one ore rock, I think I can just copy paste that. Hold on. Let's make our ore rock, I guess. Get a little rock. Boom. And then this one. Oh, that's quite the sizable difference. Okay. Increase that. 0.5 is a bit much. 0.2. Delete that one. Move to there. Precise. There we go. I think if I just, yeah, I can just copy paste this. Okay. We have ore rocks for days now. We're good. Okay, I think I'm just going to have to place these. Okay, that placed a little differently, I think, actually. Because this one's more inside, but then when I placed it, now it's not really how we want it, I guess. So I guess I'll shrink that back into it. Place. Oh, why did it select everything through? Okay, try and select it. Nope, nope. I just want that. Can I just Control C, Control V? No, I cannot. I can't duplicate. Now we got it. Okay, there we go. That one's working. Duplicate. There we go. We got some ore rocks. Can't attach it to set position. I switched to precise mode. Simple mode. Yeah, I can't place it on top of my stuff now. I don't know why I can't place it on top of my rocks. I don't know if there's a reason why I can't. So I guess that will just have to be customly placed, I guess. I can rotate it a little bit. Alright, but there's a little, maybe a couple more ores, but this should be fine. And then I will just, why is it jutting out like that? I don't know. I'll just precise move that down. Boom. There we go. Alright. Alright. I'll probably do some more ores and stuff here and there. I don't think I need to focus on that too much just yet. That's our little mining district so far. I guess let's pause here and start actually making the main settlement that we have going on eventually, I guess. Network. I could do network. Okay. Bandwidth in and out. Wide area network. Server. So uplinks, I suppose, or if I remember correctly, I need uplinks. And then the fiber should be able, is that active now? Or no? I think I might need a server. Probably, so we'll put down a server. Or did I just do that completely wrong? That doesn't do anything. Can run through region boundaries. Oh wait, hold up. Okay, hold on. Delete that. Yep, delete the fiber. Delete all that. Okay. So we want cables. So we'll do something like that. There's that. I'll probably do another uplink, I guess. I think I need another uplink. Capacitors accumulate unused bandwidth, wide area network. Yeah, I'll just do another uplink over here. Just to try and help. I don't know if I'm going to have connection issues or whatever. There we go. And I suppose just have those connect at the end, or hold up. Cancel that. Okay. We will have a capacitor at the end, which these plug into for now. There we go. That way we can have a little charge bank at the very end if we need. Okay. Alright, we only have 63,000 to build an actual, I guess, starting town. Buildings. We have a respawn point, landmarks. I guess let's do an elegant tower here and there. Probably like the central focus. I wonder if I could structures. Or actually, I guess it might be buildings, modular buildings. Get the castle one. Add a block. Because the spire probably want it to be 3 by 3, probably. So then we will go to modular. Well, hold up. Where do I want the spire? The spire. You know, yeah, we'll have it there. That's a good location. We'll have it here. So then we'll build up the modular building. We'll do 2-floor. 2-floor building there. Alright. Yep, you got a little entrance there. Make the entrance in the middle. Can I make big? No, I cannot make a big entrance. So we'll just do that. Awesome. That looks good to me. Precise move. Oh, I can't move it upwards. I cannot do that. Okay. That's fine. We'll make a special tower later here. We'll just plop down the wizard tower, I guess. A good location, probably right here. Kind of up on the mountain. Reach here. That can be like a little magical barrier tower. I do want to make a big building here. That's for sure. And then we will build some other smaller houses around the place. So for now, we have probably walls here. So this will be a little thing here. Gateway here. Probably a gateway here. Because this citadel has natural protection from the mountains. Sea here. So we'll probably want a port. Where would it make sense to have a port? Because if we look at the grid, okay, natural. Probably the port will go like maybe right here. That'll probably be where the port's at. So I don't know how we're gonna do the port just yet. Alright. I do like the civilized tavern. Alright, pathing, let's do paths first. Let's do paths. Okay, so we have our main wizard tower here. We also have, I assume, this will just be our guild office right here. This is our guild office. Simple as that, guild office. Awesome. So that will be our little guild office. There's that. Let's have it go path straight just a little bit into a circle-esque. Well, I was gonna do a circle, but I guess I'll do a square. Oh, can't cross itself. That looks a bit off. Let's delete that. Yes, square-esque here. So that's gonna be our town square. We'll have this be a split down here. This is difficult. All right, split. Nope. Okay, there goes blue. A little bit here. Go down. Try and make it curve a bit. There we go. And our dock is here, but we do have a town here, so we'll probably make this go down and end here. And this can split off here. Go this way and down here, because this will be kind of like a residential probably district maybe. Alright, and we'll probably have this go up here, bend a little bit, or actually that lines up perfectly right there. But I don't think it's gonna let us connect it right there. Okay. So we'll stop the road here for now. We're gonna have to redelete this road. Have it go down farther. This will be a main road down to here. That way we can now connect this one where we want. Boom. Alright. That's a little pathing we have there. Okay, so building wise, structures, landmarks, build walls. Alright, cool. Because this is supposed to be the capital city for this faction. So we'll kind of have it go down here. Have it start up here on the other side. Right up here probably. And let it go down to about here. There's, that looks so wonky. Oh boy. I mean, it looks amazing. Just as intended, right? You know what? We'll do it like this, I guess. Just so it covers it covers that up. All right, cool. That's complete. That's all I wanted, gang. That's it. There we go. Awesome. So we'll move that up just like the other one. Have it go down like so. that was it, gang. That was it. There we go. Awesome. So there's our wall. Actually, I need to redo that. Let's redo that. So boom. I don't like how wonky that looks. I really... Okay, right there connects. Awesome. That looks a little better. Okay, now let's redo this one over here. Yikes. Let's have... We're probably gonna want this to go a bit more. Right there. And have that go there. I know it doesn't look the best, but we have a wall. There we go. We'll think about later on how we want to fix that up with scenery or whatever. But there's our wall done. Starting point. Oh, we do need a starting point. This one looks good. We could have our starting point there. We could also have our starting point right down here. So they can kind of start and walk down. The guild's there, that's their scenery. Scenery buildings, awesome. I can't place that, what? Alright. Can I move it there though? Precise move or simple move? I cannot place fountain? Not even with precise move? Yeah, there's no way this can't place here, guys. This is rigged right there. Cancel. So if it can't place there, we remove the pathway. Simple move. Try to make more squarey, I guess. Place that there. Pathways. Have that go down. Over. This looks so wonky. Let's get rid of that actually. Let's go over like that, I guess. Have that go up. That away. And probably, I guess, not come in here. Alright, we're redoing that again. So I make that go all the way up, it goes to there. Intersects building, intersects building, intersects building. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to do it like that. Because I can't really... I don't have as much control over this as I would like. And this will be our main road going here. it. Then we'll go up here to our mining district, which has been taken over. By what yet? I don't know. I guess we still need our gate over here. Go ahead and do that. There's that. Remove those two. Move that up just a tad. Boom. Alright. We can bring this up. Well, let me bring it down just a tad. Like so. Or if we bring it down, that window's there. Get rid of 2, 3. So we got rid of 4. Our gates. It's a little weird. Yeah, I really don't like these towers, how they're stacked up like that. I really don't. We're redoing all of that. That can all get redone. That's redone. Okay, and then how do we make this look less less like a water park and more like a wall? How do we make it look less like a slide? Oh boy, okay. Modular buildings. Maybe modular buildings can fix this for us. Probably not, but we will see. Can I move this? I cannot move it inside. Can we somehow trick the game? Okay, so if we modify this, right? Remove that block. I don't need whichever one that one was. That actually looks kind of nice. I actually like that look there. Can we make this go up and on top of the wall here? Oh boy, it's all falling apart. Oh, now it's upset. Okay. Cancel. If I get rid of that one. Okay. Bring in the other one. Move it in here, move it in here. This is Operation Fix the Wall. get this to place here. Boom. Boom. Okay, Operation Fix the Wall is in progress. Alright. You have a little slippy slide here, but I think I can live with that. I think I can live with the slip and slide there. I don't think I want. Let's try and see if we can fix. Okay, this is what we got here so far. Let's remove that one. Okay, I think that looks good so far. I mean, it looks very weird, but it looks okay so far. Let's add another one here. The one there. Perfect. Okay, Operation Fix the Wall has been a stunning success. Let's add a door. Oh boy, not ground level. We need to. That looks weird now that I'm looking at that. How weird does it make everything look? Okay, add one. Okay. Okay, I think I can accept most of this. I think most of this is acceptable. Okay, I think that is acceptable. Let's add a door here. Okay. There we go. Alright, we can just add in some scenery here. Real quick. We just need to get the rocks. And have the rocks come in for the assists. Get these ones, probably. Let's have them not aligned to surface. And we will just kind of place along and ignore our problems. Okay, I think our crisis averted for the most part here. I can't unsee that is the problem, but I will choose to ignore that for now because we have the other side of the slip and slide theme park to fix. Probably buy another two modular buildings, fix that. I'm mainly just worried that when I place modulars over here, that will break our modulars over here. But, I would say that is a future problem and not a now problem. The now problem is fixing the slip and slide. Okay. Interesting. So we have it like this. We scoot it up close, and then we twirl it. Oh no, that doesn't work. Try and get that lined up. Squeezed in. Another one squeezed in as close as we can up here. Okay, there's two of the puzzles. just remove the back end of these. Like so. Build that up. That looks fine there. Just need it to look like it is a part of the castle. Oof. That looks a bit weird on this side. Okay, have it all kind of shrink down a bit. Okay. Have that come in. We'll start with this one going up. Yeah, this just looks a little off. All right, we're deleting both of these. We gotta restart. I think the problem is the wall. It's not straight enough. We'll delete the wall. We'll restart the wall. Okay, we'll get this in here again, like so. We'll line it up. Has to be straight. Straight as we can get it, I guess. Maybe that's a bit better. It's a little. That's fine. That should be fine. That should be fine. All right. Modular buildings. Okay, we need these to be straight. Well, straight as we can get them, really. I mean, one modular building might be fine on this side, actually. We'll see. But we will have to build this sucker up. Over. That is so much better. I mean, we had the slippy slidey thing on that side still. But there is not much we can really do about that. Okay, that would be nice if it was over a bit, but it is, remove that. I don't know about this. Have that go down. I mean, from this side, it doesn't look half bad. It doesn't look half bad from this side. Gate here. This side, however, go to that doorway. You know what? We can learn to love it. Okay, we can learn to love it. That's for sure. We may not always love it, but we can learn to love it. So we'll forget about that problem. We'll make this go a bit right there. Okay, not bad, not bad. Future me's problem is, hold on. Let's have this go in a bit here. Does that fix it? I mean, if we're gonna cover up the doorway, we might as well fully cover it up. All right, there we go. That looks worse. Let's bring our tower up a bit. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's remove that. Let's remove that. Okay, that did something. That looks. We'll look at it from this angle. All right, that looks good. Awesome. Let's move on. That looks good. Yikes. Okay. Modular buildings. Well, before we start doing modular buildings, I suppose we need to get the essentials in. I mean, we still don't have an inn. We don't have a blacksmith, potion shops, or anything. So I think we should do that because we only have 51,000. We also have to make our enemies, place down our enemies, place down some guards for starter quest. So I think what we see here is mainly what we're going to have when we start our initial thing. So we'll go ahead and get down some inns. We'll get an elegant inn down here. right down here. That just looks cool. I like it. We'll get another elegant inn up here. Actually, let's keep this like kind of the pizzazz, you know, the little tower here overlooking the ocean, kind of fancy. We'll get a civilized inn right down here. Let's not make it super near the town square. Rotate it. That's fine with me right there. So a big inn over there. Have a little inn over here. Boom. So they should have plenty of housing here. Let's actually kind of switch it up over here with a little inn here. There we go. We got a little, so that kind of switches it up. Then we need to get some taverns in here. We'll get the elegant tavern here at the town center. The town center will have probably the most expensive place selling their booze. Can't fit there. But I could probably get it to fit here. So when you're in the town center, you can go ahead and get some booze or whatever else. We'll have one down here next to the special places, the high-end places. We'll have it kind of tucked away over here. There's that. Probably change how this is currently looking. Translate, rotate. Perfect. Place that. We got our taverns, blacksmith shops, civilized. I mean, the guild is right down here, so honestly, I think we should have our blacksmith shop down here. We'll do like right there. And then we'll do another one right over here. Why not? Just kind of like right down here. Then we have the potion shops. Civilized, elegant. This could be a nice little place to change up the roof coloring over here. A little elegant potion shop there, and we can get a civilized one over by the guild. Like right there looks fine. We need some market stalls. We'll put down a couple open market stalls down here by our town square. Actually, we can have like a little offshoot path right here. We can have them kind of up here, like so. The elegant one we could have right here on the other side of this path, tucked in the corner. Of course, we probably want a big one down here too. Because shopping district, big shopping stall there. Do some trinket carts, like right in here. Like they're trying to get some sales. Scenery. Festival decorations. Okay, so we could have light posts. Alright, we'll put a light post right here, kind of in between these two. Yeah, I kind of like the look of that right there. Adds in some lighting and all that. Problem is I'm kind of poor on money right now, so I can't just start putting in everything I ever wanted. We have our starting points. We have a respawn point here. Okay. Landmark. We have our ends. Start next developmental goal. What's this? Ours version 1.0. So I suppose we will start making probably our player class, I would think. And design. Game? What is this? Okay, so that's just like an overview of our game, which is of course called Ferendor. We have access to 3 class slots, 4 monster slots, 3 NPC slots. Alright, there we go. Okay. Design classes. Okay, so it starts us off with these 3 classes. Let's destroy the paladin. Destroyed. Alright. Let's destroy the treant as well. The wizard class, you know, we're just gonna destroy all of the starter classes. We don't care. We don't want any of them. Okay, so our initial human class. What do we want for our initial human class? We could do, cause this guy's warrior. Yeah, I think we could do a warrior for our starting human class. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Abilities, so base health 10, that can go all the way up to 30. Okay. A warrior, I think I'm going to start at 20 health. I think that's going to be the baseline. Baseline warrior is 20 health. Rage, speed 5, base rage. Let's keep their base speed for average speed. I'll put at 6. So 6 is the average speed. Base rage, I think I'm going to keep at 10. I don't know what I really want to do with that just yet. Abilities, strike, prefab. Let's go to the model editor first. Okay, so we can do other unique things here. Could probably do that model. Potentially, a high potential. Yeah, I think we'll do that one. Adjust this hat. Probably the scale of it. I think it's a little too. Never mind. I guess it was right where it needed to be. I guess like 0.6. It looks a little weird. Adjust. Forward, can we bring it back a bit? Awesome. So then we rotate. Cool. Alright. I don't think I want him to have the Viking hat, though. I don't think I want him to have the Viking helmet. I think I would rather have this one. I think I like this one a little better for the players to have on. Just up a little bit. Scale can be increased a little bit. There we go. 0.7 looks good with no clipping. There we go. I don't know why his head is so far back, but I think we need to fix that issue. Oh boy, we're gonna have to refix the hat, aren't we? No, we're not. Okay, cool. There we go. Alright. Um, cool. Alright, so our NPC has seen the chiropractor. He's now looking better. Right, that looks a little weird. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it there. Good to go. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Torso, tail. You can do a lot with this stuff. Torso. That's the one he was wearing before. I think I'm fine with that one. I think that looks fine. A lot of freaking options. So many options to look at. Okay. Arms. There's all sorts of tails, arms. I'm just gonna keep it how it was. I think that looks fine. Preset. I'm just gonna apply that just to change the helmet and the face. That's it. If there's prefabs, but I don't think I'm gonna do anything with that. All right, abilities. So I'm thinking of making the abilities all kind of powerful. I'm thinking. So starting ability, they have beat down. Clobber the target. Dealing damage, just a big damage that uses rage. Okay, so their starting ability is a strike. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna call it slash. I think that sounds better for our warrior here. Slash. It's going to slash the target. It's not going to cost anything. It's going to be basic damage. I'll probably make it 2 damage. Or I guess I can keep it at 1. I don't know how I'm going to be balancing it all just yet. But just a simple slash. I like that one. FX. Attack is a straight attack. Attack. Physical. Let's make a... Yeah. Effect type. If I do water, does that... When he slashes, looks like it goes everywhere. I think physical looks fine for me, honestly. Flavor, stare at the target. Stare intensely at the target into its eyes, yes. Looking into his eyes very intensely. Okay, we're gonna have this be basic slash. Just slash the target. It's gonna slash the target. There we go. Apply that for now. Cool. Beat down. I think I wanted to have like a weird little kind of parry ability for a second ability. It's gonna have like a little parry. I like the look of this one. 2 swords clashing. It's gonna be a parry. Basic movements. Alright, if our players doesn't have basic abilities, they will complain that they can't do certain things. So we're gonna give our warrior the parry. There we go. So that way he can parry enemy attacks. FX. How would electric look? I think electric might be the cool one because it's gonna be straight. It's gonna be an attack. I think a purple little thing does kind of look good. Because it should be melee. Yeah, melee range. So he's gonna go into melee range and do that. So we'll apply that one. This one was melee too, right? Yeah, melee range. 1 second cooldown. Single target. No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, 1 second cooldown. Okay, so it has to be at least 1 second. Protect do? Reducing all damage dealt to the target by 30% for 80 seconds. We're gonna make this 100%. Or actually, I don't know, 100% for like... I doubt they'll ever be able to use this properly. Can I do 0.25 or 0.3? Okay. For like 0.1 second, they can resist all damage for 0.1 second. So that if they get this correctly, they can just completely negate an entire attack. I'll have it cost 3 rage. I don't want them to spam it. But it will have a 1 second cooldown. I don't care about that. I think that's fine. But it's going to cost a good amount of rage for this ability. Honestly, 100% sounds a little too much. I want to do 90%. I think that's a little better. And then we'll increase it to... Oh boy. Oh boy, protect. I do 0.2. Does it like that? Okay, it does like that. And we could do 90%. So protect. So that way it's a little easier, I guess, for them to do that. We'll apply it. Parry enemy attack reduces all damage dealt to the target by 90% for 0.2 seconds. Awesome. And we'll call this parry. Or actually we'll do... No, we're gonna do 100%. I don't care. We're doing 100%. It might be broken. It's fine, but good luck getting it off. We'll have it be worth 2 rage, and we'll call it full counter. There we go. Full counter. Available from starting. Awesome. So our warrior has access to slash and full counter. Okay, so our other player class, we're gonna probably do the editor first. So I kind of want the other starting class to be a dragon, because why not? How we're gonna make the model editor like this, I don't know. That could be something there. Don't know if they have a dragon head. That doesn't look half bad. Yeah, we'll work with that for now. Okay. For now, we'll select that. I don't think I'll end up using that. Honestly, I probably might just do none for now. Torso. We will need a dragon-esque body. Oh boy, this looks so cursed. Okay, can I adjust the stance to quadruped? Okay, that looks better, I guess. Looks better. What is that? Okay, that looks terrible. That doesn't look horrible. Probably looks better because the other leg. Yeah, the other leg was, I think, backwards. Yeah, that has to be the other way around. So that's better. That at least looks properly. good. Yeah, it looks. So far, that one looks the best. Yeah, we'll just do that one on both. Which one did I select? The 3-er? Okay, there we go. We'll adjust the scale of the leg. That's 0.6. We'll do 0.7 on both. Okay. Arms. Yeah, I think I think this one's gonna be the best one. It looks a little cursed, but we'll do that one. I think that's the same foot. 1, 2, 3. The other one has 5. It's the one next to that one, so that should be the correct one. I just have forward 4. Okay, cool. So far it looks very janky and weird. Oh boy. Was. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. What's that one look like? Oh, it looks better. It looks better. Let's move it back there. Okay, so our character model here is this little weird cursed thing. Okay, adjust the scale down. Let's have it go forward a bit. Torso will probably actually increase in scale a bit. Bone scale. What's the bone scale? Oh, that's the bone scale. Okay, it probably don't need to be that big. Forward. Let's move the whole thing. Okay. It doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look terrible. I don't think it probably doesn't look that bad. Let's connect the head. Okay, the head's connected. So just these. So forward. It is forward. Okay, let's make them go. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Sideways. And then I'm gonna go up a bit more. Or back a bit. Make it 0. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. That's for sure. It's not terrible. Sideways. Get it outside there. Our very cursed wingless dragon, I guess. doesn't look terrible. It just doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good. I might end up just having to scrap this idea because I mean it doesn't look very good. Oh boy. I don't think there's any heads that I can make this look better. I don't think I can rotate or anything, so. Oh boy, you know what? It's gonna have to work for now. I'm not gonna be too picky with it right now. It is what it is. That's how it looks for now. Prefabs, preset, axolotl subclass or axolotl class inbound potentially. Did my mouse just select something? No. No, that did not just happen. Okay. It's about the flip. Okay, alright. Coloring. Coloring. Could be silver. That changes the snout. I don't know what to do with this. Let's make the base color like black. With like a different kind of color of the black, like a different black, I guess, there. You guys are piercing white. Okay, oh my gosh, is there really no like wing type selection? Like there's no way to get wings? Or did I just miss the one with wings? I don't know. I don't think there's a preset that has one with wings. I think that's the biggest problem. So this is what our dude looks like right now. Volley. I think this basic attack. Will probably be claw, I guess. That'll be the basic one. Will be claw. Yeah, we'll do that one. Why not? Actually, I do like that one. We'll make it claw. Melee range. Single target. Yes. Oh, hold up. I completely forgot on the warrior. I think I made full counter. Okay, full counter should be self only. Apply. Self only. There we go. That's melee range. Okay, cool. That was almost a disaster. Okay. So this is a dragon. So we're gonna crank the health up to max. I think I might turn rage down to 2. Have base mana up at 5. So the class will work with a tiny amount of rage and a tiny amount of magic, which it can use for these abilities, and together or whatever else it may be. But it's gonna have a lot of health, a lot of health, because it's a dragon, right? You're not gonna be able to take this thing down very easily. So the claw, yeah, it can be a damage. I don't mind that. I might do half a damage on the claw though. I don't know. We'll do, yeah, I'll just do 1 damage. That is fine. Straight physical attack color. Having it be like a white little ka-ching does sound cool. Barrage, we're gonna make the first attack could be a little fireball, potentially. That could be cool. Fire. Flame breath. There we go. Missile, probably. Nah, just ballistic. Heavy red. Fire. Animation. Probably cast, I guess. Cooldown is going to be 5 seconds. It's going to cost mana and rage to do this one. Probably do 4 mana. 4 mana, 1 rage does sound good. And yeah, just 3 damage. I think that's good. Small area, 2-second cast time. I don't know if that's overpowered, but the players can figure it out. They can do what they gotta do, and they can let me know. Well, actually, this is kind of like a black dragon, actually. So we're gonna actually do poison breath. I'll do poison breath. We're gonna crank the damage down to 2, and because it's poison, we'll have the other one do damage over time. 1 damage over 2 seconds. I think that's a steep cost. 4 mana, 1 rage. Because they only have 5 rage, and they only have 2. Well, 5. They only have 5 mana and 2 rage. So I think that ability costing 4 mana and 1 rage balances that out. But then, and besides, our warrior here has a parry attack to reduce 100% damage for 0.1 seconds. So I think that's also really powerful. It's just a defensive perk. So I don't know if that's going to change things in any way with how that functions. I might go in and make these starting attacks better, because I think the starting attacks are a bit weak. But it makes sense for them to have a little basic attack like a slash or whatever, I suppose. There we go. We have our 2 starting classes for our little starting zone here. Our little start point. I guess we need to make our first enemy here for our little thing here. Because we have to take back the mine, because they took over our mining district. So we're going to have to make an enemy. Because of course our players need something to fight, at least. Skeletons don't sound bad. Bears don't sound bad. These don't sound bad. I'll probably replace the crocodile though. Destroy the crocodile. Do these already have like full? Okay, they only had the first two abilities done. So we could do kobolds, but I don't know if I want to do kobolds. Open prefab directory. I don't have one of those. Model editor, presets. What would make a good first enemy? We could do goblins. I think goblins does sound good here. Have it taken over by velociraptors. No, I think we'll do undead. I think we'll just do the undead swarm. I think that will probably be better. So the first attack will just be a bite, I guess, or what? Because they're not holding a weapon. They probably will hold a weapon though. Thinking like a hit, probably. Yeah, I guess we'll just do like a slash as well, or we'll do that one. That looks like a undead hand. So we'll do a slash. There we go. Bail from starting. Damage will be 1. Cost to user, none. Attack, physical, straight. Sounds fine. Just slashes the target. Cast 1 second, melee range, single targets. We'll do the cooldown. That all looks good to me. A second. Why did that switch? There we go. Okay, so a second attack. Attack 2. Yeah, actually, I think that would be cool. Attack 2 could be life drain, or like a drain. How would you want to say that? Because they'll be draining their life source. So I think, yeah, we'll just do life drain. Or no, we'll do sap or life sap. Cost to user will be mana. Probably make it 3 mana. No damage. I want it to... I kind of want it to be like a draining ability. Siphon health, probably, I guess, 2. Siphon 2 health. Be an instant cast with a 10-second cooldown. We'll do it melee range. Like, they have to be, like, close proximity in order to life sap. Alright, we'll apply that one. Fire. Dark, I guess. Missile. Missile might look cool. No, sky beam. No, definitely missile. Cast. Color, we'll make it green. A green color. And they are sapping the life force. There we go. Name it the Undead. There we go. And now that I remember, I don't think I changed the name. So this is going to be called Dragon. And you know what? We'll name these the Dragon Vanguard, I guess. Or what? Vanguard. Vanguard. I don't know how to spell Vanguard for now, I guess. We'll come back to that later. Anyways, Undead. Base health is a little low. We'll increase that to 10. Give them 3 mana. Just enough to cast their spell for now. We might increase that later. Or actually, we'll do 4. Just so they have a little buffer to recharge. But I don't want them to like keep firing this thing off. I want them to have mana be a huge problem for them. I mean, our warrior has 20 health and our dragon has 30 health. So just in health alone, they could probably take on quite a few of these. Optimal DPS is 1.1. Optimal DPS is 1.2. Vanguard 1.0. Okay. I guess we'll full send it. Okay. Alright, so we're going to need set a monster zone of the undead. There we go, that's our undead monster zone. Level 1. I'll go ahead and throw in an elite monster near the entrance for them to deal with. As much as I want to make this look a lot more, you know, pizzazzed and beautiful, we're gonna have to go back to that later because I am down to 36k and I still need to give them quest givers. We're gonna place a guard. Oh shoot, I have to make guards, don't I? No, I actually don't really have to because we have knights here that I can have for that, which I think will work nicely. And we'll have a quest giver knight as well, right when they enter. And this guy, search for the sausage, bring me beer, no. So I want them to go to the guild. I want them to go to the guild. Go, introduce yourself. To the guild. A little exclamation mark. Or I guess not. I've ran out of characters. That's what we got there. Introduce yourself to the guild. Awesome. XP 40, gold 10. Oh yeah, I forgot we have to do the whole XP gain thing. I don't know how fast, I forgot about that one. And then I probably want to send them to an inn, but I don't really want to send them to an inn because if they go to an inn, why is that one way up there? Go to string building number 3 and enjoy the scenery. What? Okay, I don't know. I'm actually going to send them to the shop, or potion shop, I would say. Yeah, send them to the potion shop for that one. Have them buy supplies. So that way they can get some supplies, and they should theoretically have basic potions on them, so when they go to the monster zone, they should be able to heal themselves in their first encounter. I don't know what the gold price is. Sync price costs 1 gold. Heck no. If they're getting 10 gold for basic quests, I want these suckers to cost 5 gold, right? 5 gold for sure. So that way they complete their first quest, they get 10 gold, they go there, they buy a potion or 2, they go back, and then they get 10 more gold. So that way, so this does say 10 gold, but theoretically they'll have only 10 gold instead of 20 gold. So doing 2 quests gives them 80 experience. Levels and XP. Okay, so base XP, 45. 45? If that's the case, they complete 2 quests and they are now level 2 or what? Level 1. XP needed 400? How many quests to gain a level 10? Fetch XP 40, hunt XP 40, XP needed 400. Okay. How many quests to gain a level? Probably 10 hunting quests sounds good. I want to increase that to 15 fetch quests. I don't want those to be crazy. And you know what? Let's make fetch quests give 7 gold instead of 10 gold. So that way, hunt quests you get more gold by default than if you were to do fetch quests. Extra XP per level 5. Base XP is at 45. I might increase that to 50. How does that affect everything? It goes up to 440. Extra XP per level, let's make that 10. Elite multiplier is 2, boss multiplier is 10. That sounds good to me. Base kills per level. Let's make that 100. If they kill 100 enemies, fine. But for each level they go up, they have to kill an extra 40. Just so that, because I don't want them leveling up too fast if they're killing monsters. I want them to like do questing and whatnot. But this should be because I wanted it kind of slow. I do want their boost per level to probably be 40% boost, 40% bump. I want the numbers to be a bit big instead of small. So we'll do a 40% bump. There we go. That looks good to me. That looks fine. Yes. Alrighty. Okay, so, and then when you go to the guild, I will place a place a knight here, because then they'll see the knight. Kind of want them to explore. Buildings. Probably do a modular building here. Probably modular. I don't want to finicky doohickey again with what happened over there. So we'll place that down. Actually, I guess we will go up, over, like so. Remove that one. How does that look? That looks like it's encroaching a bit. So if I do that one, remove those two. That looks fine to me. Alright, then we will just add that going a bit over here. Honestly, yeah, let's go back to these walls. Can I rotate it? Yeah. I just wanted kind of like a tower here. Buildings. This may be the solution that I needed. Maybe not the best solution, but a solution. And we'll move this right over to here. And boom, we have a tower. Alright. Let's do that on the other side too. Can I copy paste this one? I can copy paste that one. Excellent. Can I precise? I cannot. Okay, so we'll just leave that there. Awesome. So we have our little towers. It's a little weird to me. Probably get another modular building here. If I line that up correctly. Move that like right there. There we go. Go into here. Remove a building block. That's going up here. Like so. Okay. Probably do that. If that go up one more. Looks a little weird with that big gaping hole over here. There we go. It doesn't look terrible, but I think it could look better. Okay, I'm okay with how that looks right now. I am A-okay with how that looks. And here, place a quest giver here. Knight. couple guards here. We want our players to feel a little safe if they get, you know, if they have to run back. There's at least guards there. And here we can place a couple guards. Probably another guard here and here in the town center. Just so the town feels a little more protected. Probably one right down here as well, near the tower. Awesome. We do need a trainer. We'll have the Vanguard trainer be at the guild, and we'll have the Dragon trainer be at the Mage Tower. There we go. Down to 28,000, which is not terrible. And then the last thing I think we need to have this guy do is to get the players over to this quest guide, potentially. Try and probably, could 5 of them find out about potentially the corruption, I guess? Find out about the disturbance. The disturbance, yes. Go to King card, yes. Default rewards. 560 experience, what the heck? Well, let's crank this up to 20 then. Crank that up to 18. Crank that up to 20. They're down to like 420. Okay. So this guy is going to want you to go cull the undeads. Yes, exactly what I want them to do. I think 8's a good amount, but I'm going to bring that down to 6. And I think I want the undead zone. It's normal. Okay, yeah, normal's fine. That is good with me. I might have to turn that up a bit. Okay, he's gonna have them pull out the undeads, and then he's going to have them and probably investigate the ruins, I would say. No, because while they're killing the undead, they're gonna be investigating things and finding out what's going on. So then I'm gonna have them fight, yeah, be a Vigilante, and then for now, since we don't have dungeons unlocked, I'm just going to have them then go back to the guild. For now. I think for now that's how we do that. We only have 28,000 left to do whatever else we need to do. Inform the guild. There they go. So they will go inform the guild about what is going on. Excellent. that's the starting area, kind of like that. Done-ish. A lot of things to still do. And they will send them into the dark forest. I guess it's not really that much of a dark forest, but send them through here to go do their thing. But I think the very last thing to do before we release the game is probably to add a few more buildings here to our main town we have here, because it's still looking a bit barren, a little barren. So we'll add in a few buildings to kind of spruce up how everything looks. Just throw a couple buildings here and there. I want that to be a little. Throw that there. Throw another house here. I'm trying to let just the natural generation of the houses kind of flow and let the game kind of just give me the randomness of the house generation. So it doesn't look like everything I do is too, you know, it doesn't look like everything is like, it makes, trying to make it look more natural. A little bit more natural if possible. I don't want it to look too unnatural. So the last thing I want it to do is things starting to look unnatural. Might be a little too close, but that's fine. That is a-okay for me. So I have 13,000 left. Throw in a house here and there. There we go. We got some house density going on. Scenery, I think we should go through and add in some torches or lanterns around the place. I think I actually already had one placed over here. Yep. I will just select this one, duplicate, and I'm just going to kind of throw these down around street corners, really. Precise move. Let that be a little. There we go. Down a bit. Cool. Duplicates. Just because they'll give the town a little bit of light, make things look a little better. Especially when the Tycoon goes into nighttime. That there. There we go, we got some lighting going on. Perfect, because it looks like the Tycoon's going a little darker. There we go. Some more light in the central district. Okay. So, yeah, I'll probably probably end up having something going on here. It looks a little bare bones right now. Let's get the path going. I'm thinking right, probably around. Yeah, right. This tavern entrance is gonna mark where this road goes up. It's gonna kind of go up, bend a little, have a little natural bend here, and go. Oh boy, what a dilemma! I'm gonna have to redo that. Or I have a solution. I have a solution. I don't know how much I want to do this, because I don't... This is a very frustrating solution. Very time consuming. How does... How does the bottom of this look? Sink it. Oh, now it's not. If I do that, could I then like sink? Awesome. And turn it around. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is gonna be frustrating. Go to about there. I want it to go in game. Okay, we'll re-rotate it. Back around. Sink it down to there. How does that look? Not good. Alright. Sink it down to there. Now we rotate it. Oh boy. Okay, so we're gonna want to sink it down a bit more. Like that much will do. And now we rotate it. Okay, that's not a bad problem to have. That probably screwed it up. But anyways, we sink it up just a tad. Flip it. Give it a little rotate. That's good enough for me. Oh fuck. Oh my gosh, dang it. Okay, move it this way. I'm not doing this one. It's too frustrating. It's too frustrating. We're gonna do the other method. The rock method. Okay. And then we should be able to just sink these down. Not deep enough, it would seem. I don't think that's deep enough. Okay, so if we rotate it all the way around, perfect. And rotate it all the way around. So we just sink it down, then we rotate. Sink it down, rotate. Okay. Alright, and there we go. We have a little stone path. I do know it could have been better if I shrunk them down and I did about twice that. So it'd be twice as many of those stones shrunk down, do that, and then it'll look a lot better. In fact, I will probably eventually go over and do another once over with smaller stones in between. These are just kind of like the larger stones, like the groundwork. But that way we have a little stone path, and I don't have to redo any of this. And I'll just connect there, and it'll continue down. There we go. I mean, we're left with 7,000, so we're gonna need money for upkeep, etc. So I think we're also gonna want to probably do an ad campaign, probably. Design. Where would the ad campaign be, or was that removed? I don't know. Design. Features. What's that? Reports. Overview. Advertise. Yeah, so we could start out with a magazine or a website advertisement so we can advertise the game when it first releases. And that means our game is what we have here is what we have here. So right here, this is kind of just how the game will have to what's going on over here? Why is this Why is it golden? What's... Why is it... Its beauty is 11.90? What? If any of you know why this scenery is golden, let me know. I don't know why it's -1 users. I don't know what's going on there. Terrain? Interact? Text cheaters? No? Okay, I don't know why that was golden there for a second. Oh yes, reports. Game masters. We have one game master. Daily salary is 300. And we have one developer. Daily salary is 500 each. So I don't think we can advertise to website advertisements. I think we'll do 2 magazine advertisements, and that's what we'll do. But anyways, I believe we just have to release the game. Rick is our very first player that we have. He's our first one. There he is. I'm gonna go ahead and go into or would it be in design? Should be in reports. Finance? No, it's not finance. Yeah, well, we should upkeep 10 bucks. Network uplinks -2K. Loan interest -150. Oh boy, we can't do any advertisement campaigns. I don't think we can do any of that. That is way too much. Alright, so we have our players going around our little game here that we have going on. They're gonna go to the guild, do their little things, talk to the guild master and all that, and get situated. And there we go. We have a basic kind of region set up. I think this will probably be where we end our first session. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have an excellent day.